Hi, everybody. My name is Sarah Elise. I'm an astrologer in Toronto, Canada, and this is my newsletter video. I actually already sent out my newsletter, but I had some requests for a video, so I thought I would create this for you in case there's anybody out there who would like to have a conversation about the Taurus new moon today that's happening at around 3 p.m. Eastern Standard. That's going to be in about 2 hours. I have all my children home from school here, so I am in my bed making this video today instead of my normal location. And I'll try to deliver some value to you in the spirit of Taurus. Let's see where we go, okay? First of all, I will let you know that I hosted a 2-hour lecture, a special class on Taurus last evening. And I looked at the archetype from a number of different angles: mythological, esoteric, shamanic, and evolutionary. So if anyone is interested in that class, you can go to my website at saraheliseastrology.com and you can purchase it. It's not very expensive. It's $27, and I will send you the file to download so that you can watch it if you want to go deeper. So today we have the sun joining the moon in Taurus at 21 degrees. And I have to say, when someone in my class last night asked me this question, she was like, well, what do you recommend we plant as a seed today for this new moon? It took me a few minutes to kind of sit with that and feel into it, because we are heading into a very powerful time. We are changing. We're at a point of reorientation. We're moving into a new patterning of energy. Jupiter is about to go into Pisces in about 2 days. We're having this change over into the mutable signs, into Gemini. Mercury is in Gemini. I believe Venus is in Gemini as well. And we're changing. We are coming to, perhaps, and I hope we are coming to the end of a very deep cycle. This last month, and particularly these last few weeks, there's been this real invitation to go down into our bodies and to come into the parts of us that we're not able to move. We've been reorienting to form in a different way. And this is a big theme of our year, with Uranus and Taurus squaring Saturn and Aquarius. We are reorienting to form. We are changing our relationship to what we value, and changing our relationship to our bodies and to the things that we consider important in terms of how we survive, how we secure ourselves on this planet. There is a powerful debate going on in the collective, and it's palpable. The factions are at war, perhaps. The war is subtle because neither side can win. And the conundrum of a square is thus: it is not either or, it is both and. As those who refuse to move into the collective zeitgeist, for those who are full in their own need to survive and declare their right to be so strongly, stay in that energy. And as those who refuse to acknowledge the unique, independent survival need, for those who say, no, we are together here. We have to all do the same thing so that everyone can survive. We all have an obligation to collectively join forces and organize. And this is what we all must do. See, these two factions are colliding, aren't they? They're having a conflict. That's the definition of a square. But this square is not just happening in the collective field. It's not just the debate between vaccine or no vaccine or whatever the debate might be. It's happening inside of us. It's happening inside of us. So let's look at that. You know, we all have grown up on this planet with a very secure understanding of what is real. We were all raised, except for the last generation, perhaps the Pluto and Capricorn generation, we were all raised within a very specific status quo, an orientation toward reality that we felt safe in. And that reality may not have been safe for many of us, but it was still what we knew to be real. That reality that we knew as real is going through a revolution. It's being asked to liberate. Uranus in Taurus. We are liberating and changing our relationship to the real. How that appears in me is that I am going deeply into my past. I'm going deeply into the places inside my body that are memories, that are holding on to forms. Forms being beliefs, emotions, attachments, expectations, thoughts, whatever form I created. Taurus is the creator of form. Whatever forms I created, I'm being asked to go back into, to confront them square with Saturn in Aquarius, and to rebuild them into something new. It is not enough just simply to stay in your staunch position, Taurus. And it is not enough to expect that staunch position to simply adhere to the reality that we're moving into futuristically, Aquarius. Both of these pieces need to be acknowledged. We have to go into the deep places where we don't want to let go, where we're stubborn, where we're scared, where we're quite sure of ourselves. We want to go into the rejection of life or into the places that we've denied, those places that say, no, no, I need to survive. No, I need to protect myself. I need it this way so that I can be safe. We have to go into those places. And within those places, from within those places, we don't attack that which has been. We don't criticize the fear. We don't cut it down. We welcome it. Aquarius welcomes it, says yes to it, says, come, my little lambs. Come, my little lambs. I love all of you. You all have a place in my kingdom. You are all precious. Each one of your unique voices, each one of your unique identities, every one of your perspectives is a piece of the whole of all of us. I have an idea of where we can be. Let me show you and share that with you. As an essential, at an essential level, Aquarius wants us all to collaborate. But the truth is, it cannot dogmatically force itself upon us, right? It has to happen gently. So each one of these little fears inside has to be welcomed. It has to be held. It's like it has to be warmly collected and then turned to the light, turned to the expression of what can be, or turned to the evolutionary wholeness or potential of it. This is the square from Saturn and Aquarius to Uranus and Taurus within our zeitgeist at the moment. And this new moon in Taurus is like it's kind of like a resonant, it's like a resonant theme of this thing, but what it's asking for us to do today is to sort of to kind of identify more of the Taurean part of this process. Okay, so we're moving into the deeper embodiment of what matters to us as individuals. And Taurus is about bringing spirit into form, and it's about bringing the awareness of what we are into the physical reality that we know. And in doing so, it's about recognizing that our life is an expression of the divine. Our life is an expression of love, and that we have a right to experience our life as beautiful, even if it is absolutely not beautiful at all, even if it is horrifying, even if it is ugly, even if it is filled with suffering. There is some part of us that has the ability to turn toward that suffering and to love it as it is, to hold it in its perfection and to adore it or to love it or to connect with it or have compassion for it, collect it, hold it, be it, see it, feel it, know it, whole it. And that is the essence of Taurus. When we can hold the fears, hold the primal survival need that we have as human beings, when we can hold ourself in our animal qualities, when we can unearth the parts of us that fear and long and want and lust and desire and need, when we hold all of that from the place of love, we create something completely different. We create a new experience of life. We're no longer bound by the shadows inside or bound by the quote unquote fear. We are now illuminating that fear. We're holding it. We're participating in it in a different way. And the new moon of Taurus, this beautiful darkness or this fecund fertility, this point of zero, this opening or this emptiness within this archetypal resonance, is sextiling Neptune, exact degree, and trining Pluto, a slightly wide trine, but it's very powerful and potent. And I believe what it's asking us to do is to connect our subtle spiritual awareness into the body, into the form, and to transform, create a container for transformation, so that even as we see that which is there, which may be horrible or frightening or disturbing, that we can hold it with love and we can dream it into something new and we can transform it. We can put our hands into the fertile soil of it and churn it around, right? We can churn it around. There's like this alchemical mixing energy between spirit, form, and the art of transformation, or the energy of transformation and alchemical and metamorphosis, right? It's a pretty intense energy if you want to know the truth of it. Now, when you're thinking in the next couple of hours about what this new moon might be for you, I mean, just to bring it up to a mundane level, because I do tend to get a little intense, Taurus is about beauty, okay? It's about beautification, and it's about pleasure, and it's about sensation, and it's about Tantra. Tantra is that art of being able to ride the sensation of what is and to hold a space for what is to be what it needs to be, because all of reality is God. When we hold the space for reality or life force energy to move through us the way it wants to, we hold space for the divine to fill our form. That's Tantra. That's Taurus. To be able to hold your stillness and your awareness so subtly, but yet with such with such intentionality, I will say. I'm not sure of the right word. It's almost like you hold the space, and it could be excruciatingly difficult because it is like a hair's thread, like it's like as thin as a hair, right? There's like this, to hold that place where you are between creation and destruction. You're neither creating nor you're destroying. You're not attaching, you're not conceiving, you are simply being. And then from that, holding that container so carefully open, you start to witness and experience the flow, that which is the beauty becoming itself through you. That's the ability that Taurus has in its mastery, to kind of hold the space for the divine, to embody God. So today, as you're doing your meditation or your ceremony, or if you're watching this in the future and you're considering the archetype of Taurus and how that plays for you, consider that you are in a co-creative play with the divine. Consider that this material reality and this physical body is something that is, on one hand, your creation, built of your judgments, built of your emotions, built of your attachments, built of your life force expression as a human, but it is also a vehicle for the divine to move through. And the more we are able to let go of the things that we hold on to because we are afraid of what will happen to us if we don't hold them so tightly and create what we want, the more we're able to let go of that, the more we're able to relax into the flow of what is and co-create something that is in alignment with the higher will of our being, which is divine. So it's very difficult. I think Taurus does not have an easy job. It is the sign of the Buddha. The Buddha was a Taurus, right? The Buddha was able to transcend attachment to the material realm, because the material realm is tricky. We have a lot of wants here. We have a lot of needs here. I mean, this is a serious animal that we live inside of. She needs to eat. She needs shelter. She needs warmth. She needs love. She needs comfort, right? She likes beauty. She loves things. She likes to see she loves luxury, right? She's a complex creature. The way that we can, it's not that we have to renounce life itself, but what if you were to ask yourself today, what are the attachments in my life that I am holding on to so strongly that it is starting to cause me disorder, or it is causing me harm? And what are the things that I am ready to soften my grip on and to allow some space for movement? What are the ways that I am ready to embody more of a divine quality of essential beingness? What are the ways I'm ready to let go? That's essentially what I'm saying. Ask yourself, where am I being asked to let go? And where am I being asked to simply stay in stillness and feel? I don't think it needs to be any more complicated than that. And to be honest with you, as a double Gemini, I can put too many words on this archetype. It's not useful. I think the invitation for today is simply to go into the stillness of it and to allow it to talk to you, and to allow your body to talk to you. And if there are tears, there are tears. And if there is joy, there is joy. But to meet whatever is there with the understanding and the wisdom that this is God. This is God's vessel. This is the goddess's creation. This is love, right? Whatever it is that is there is okay, and it's safe. It's safe to feel. And you explore that a little bit, you might be surprised at what arises in your experience of yourself today. Don't forget that Taurus new moon is a time as well for planting seeds of intention. So if this is something that you want to invoke more of in your life, today is a beautiful day to hold that intention in your body and plant that seed. Well, I will leave you with that, and I hope this was useful to you. All my love. Take care.